is a reason, and a time there is a reason and purpose under heaven. Everything holds a surprise for us. Today, we are all gathered here to celebrate the joy of togetherness and share beautiful surprises for our audience present here. Good afternoon, a very warm welcome to the August gathering present here. On behalf of the school management, our principal, and the staff of SWS, I would like to welcome our honorable guests and parents to share our joyful moments. Before we start the show, I have a very humble request. I request that you switch off your mobile phones or please keep them in silent mode. Please do not click any pictures during the show. The photography is done by our professional photographers and pictures and videos will be shared through the school app. During the function, parents will not be allowed to meet the children in the green rooms. After the function, the dispersal will take place from their respective classes only. Thank you. Sometimes it only takes one good storybook to bring back thousands of good old memories. Fairy tales play a significant role in our lives, don't they? Fairy tales, rich magical events and places, wondrous stars and imaginary creatures offer far more than entertainment and happily ever after. They foster emotional resilience by helping children connect stories with real life. Fairy tales show that people face adversity, but if they believe in themselves, they can overcome any obstacle. Now, I would like to invite our academic coordinator, Ms. Manmeet ma'am, to say a few words and address the audience.
Thank you, Dolly. Good afternoon, everyone. There's a garden in every childhood, an enchanted place where colors are brighter, the air softer, and the morning more fragrant than ever before. So welcome to this magical garden where the timeless treasures of our childhood lie. It's a bright, beautiful afternoon. And on behalf of the staff and the students of Class 2, I feel privileged to welcome our director, Mrs. Avinash Kaur. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing the occasion. I welcome our principal, Mrs. Poonamjeet Kaur. We're indeed very fortunate to have a leader who guides and inspires us to excel in everything we do. Thank you, ma'am. I welcome the head of the junior school, Sarika ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for guiding and keeping our spirits high. A warm welcome to our dear parents. We cherish your partnership and collaboration in all our endeavors together. We at SWS firmly believe that education is incomplete without an exposure to theatre. Children are naturally imaginative and curious. When we combine their inquisitiveness and with performance, we get a natural result of high energy and creativity. And this is what the Wonderites are known for. By exposing the children to theatre, we are not only keeping their creative juices flowing, we are creating the audience of the future and in turn keeping the art and culture alive. Theatre not only promotes creativity and oratory skills, but also imbibes values like teamwork, discipline, tolerance, confidence, and empathy. This Theatre Fest today aims at giving our children a platform to hone their skills and creative expressions. These plays are a reflection of all the values that we try to inculcate among our young ones. So let's take a sneak peek into Once Upon a Time. Once Upon a Time brings in the memories of our childhood when reading fairy tales was a part of our daily routine. These fairy tales took us to the world of fantasy, happiness, sorrow, dilemma, and we had the tendency to fantasize these characters to be real. These tales had a happy ending, where good inevitably won over the evil. And it used to be they happily lived ever after. Fairy tales are stories of triumph, transformation, and true love, and all things that we fervently believe in. So sit back and enjoy as our little ones today cast a magical spell on you. I now invite the head of the junior wing, Ms. Sarika Sharma, to address the audience.
The warmth of the presence of you all here has broken away the chill of the winter that's just setting in. So with a warm heart, I welcome you all. Thank you, Manveen ma'am, for setting the table and the mood. And as I put it in my last show, I think the fizz is already in the bottle and we're just ready to pop it out. Today, the theme that we have thought, storytelling. As they say, storytelling has been the need of humanity exactly like food and water. We all have experienced the small stories which were unrealistic, which had unrealistic characters, which were narrated and passed on from our grandparents, from ages, from generation to generation. When I was just sitting through the last show, I remembered and I just kind of cite that example that my grandmother used to say. I don't know from where these stories you come, because they amaze me at how later on it made me to go and find out where are these places. Because there was a story called Gul Mukabli Tajal Maluk, which I still remember, and there was a camel in that story which would be in India, but it would have such a long neck that it would go and graze in Mehruli. Now when I later on found out these places, they are somewhere in Afghanistan or some Arab countries. I think the social studies teachers or someone would be able to tell exactly. But that is the beauty of stories. They transport you to places and people where we have never been. And that is the beauty of storytelling. You really enhance your imaginations to a next level. And that is what we want in the next generation. The times to come are not easy. We are all having a race against being the best. We are all fighting. We've seen what's happening at different, I would say, platforms. People are being shunned out. People are being thrown away from their jobs. It's only the people who will be creative, who will be different, who will have the power to create and think differently will survive in the coming years. And that's what the 21st century skills are. But believe me, storytelling is the foundation of giving your child the base. So as they say, if your foundation is strong, your building will be beautiful and strong. So if you need to have a strong foundation, you need to be a part of your child's precious time to inculcate that habit of listening and reading stories every day. And believe me, you will enjoy that time and your child will remember you for the years to come, and the values that you will pass on through these stories will help you in your old age. So with that, I invite you to what we just see there. It's between Once Upon a Time and Happily Ever After. So the childhood treasure lies here. It's for us to take out as many gems we can out of this big box of treasure that is your child. So I welcome you all and hope you have a wonderful show today. Thank you so much.
All the boys are staged and all the men and women are merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And one man in his time plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. Good morning, everyone. about life. You need three things in theatre: the play, the actors, and the audience. And each must give something to remember. Between once upon a time and happily ever after lies the timeless treasures of our childhood. They say childhood is the most delightful period of life, when all you need is a little storybook to tuck you in bed. Fairy tales have been an integral part of our childhood. Fairy tales help children to understand the world around us. We come to know what virtue is and what vices are. These stories are captivating and help to enhance the imagination and creativity of the child. Life is a fairy tale, but to see it, you must open your eyes. So if you want to lose yourself into a faraway magical world and get nostalgic, this is the perfect place for you. Believe in the fairy to make dreams come true. Believe in the wonder of stars and the moon. Believe in the magic from fairies above. Sit back and enjoy as we take you on a mystical voyage of the tales that we have woven with love and care.
Resourceful people know that even though a solution may not be immediately obvious, it exists. With this note, please welcome our little munchkins of class 2C on stage.
Some journeys take us far from home to the green woods with scary witches wearing black hoods. I know secrets and have treasure to find, but I need your help. I hope you don't mind. Just take my hand and let's begin. As I go looking for the candy tale. Come along, follow the path. I will take you to the chocolate path. Once upon a time, there was a brother and a sister called Hansel and Gretel. They lived with their father and stepmother in a tiny cottage at the edge of a huge forest. Their father was a woodcutter and was very, very poor. One day, the woodcutter said to his wife, "We have no money left to buy foods. What are we going to do?" "I have an idea. Take the children into a forest and leave them there. That way we have 2 less mouths to feed." "Are you insane? How can you say that? Leave my children alone. I will never do that to my children. Never, never. Do it and I see you fool." Gretel was very frightened, but Hansel had a plan. "Hansel, I'm afraid. What are we going to do? We will be sent to the woods." "Don't cry, Gretel. I will know what to do. Don't worry. Leave it to me." Hansel crept out of the house and gathered white little shiny pebbles and put it in his pocket. The next day, the woodcutter and his wife took Hansel and Gretel into the forest, and as they walked, Hansel kept dropping stones onto the path until they came to the clearing where the woodcutter told his children to wait. "We are going to collect some wood. Come on, husband, let's go." Oh, poor Hansel and Gretel. Water. When they did not return, Hansel and Gretel began to walk. "Help! find our way back home. While walking, they could see the little white pebbles gleaming in the moonlight, and they followed them all the way home.
When the darkness opens wide, swallowing up the sun inside, there but stars they bring to the sky, blanket on which the moon will lie. White was in my dawn will sing, green big clouds so cold and gray. This the blackness of the night teaches us how to see the light. This the blackness of the night teaches us how to see the light. When the darkness opens wide, swallowing up the sun inside. Shadows falls upon the earth, burning secrets in the dirt. All is light and suddenly everything shakes, your eyes they see. Why the shades look different now? Beaten dust, some sweet somehow. It's the blackness of the night teaches us how to see the light. It's the blackness of the night teaches us how to see the light.
Father! Father! Open the door! Children, thank God you are saving our children. Come here, husband. Tomorrow you must take them much deeper into the forest. No, I will not. Yes, you will. That night, Hansel and Gretel's stepmother locked their door so they could not collect any more pebbles. The next day, the woodcutter
Took them deeper.
took them deeper into the forest. In Hansel's pocket was a small piece of bread. He crumbled up the bread and as he walked, he dropped a trail of crumbs. But the birds saw a tasty crumbs and flew down to eat them. Then the woodcutter returned home, leaving Hansel and Gretel once again. The moon began to shine, but the crumbs had all gone. What could they do? Hansel and Gretel wandered further into the forest. They were very tired and very hungry. They walked and walked. I'm hungry. My feet hurt. Me too, Gretel. But we have to keep moving. Dark and disturbing, wind and cold. Hansel and Gretel, 7 years old, running for safety, scared for their lives. Before the next thunderstorm from clear eyes. Then afterwards, searching what a surprise! A house made of candies before their own eyes. Lollipop windows, a gingerbread door. Chocolates supporting the roof and the floor. Despite their best efforts, No moment to waste. They ran to the sensible house, for it is like nothing before. It all tasted so good. They ate just as much as their little tongues could. Look, that's house! Gingerbread! Then Gretel broke off a little piece of the door. Chocolate! What sound is that? Oh, I have two little hungry visitors. Come in, my dears. Wow, this is the most wonderful house I have ever seen. Then the nasty witch grabbed Hansel. She put him inside the cage and locked him in. She gave him lots of food to fatten him up. I tricked you! I am going to eat you! Please, let me go, old witch. The witch gave Gretel a broom and told her to do house chores. Get sweeping! No this! The evil old witch went to see Hansel to check if he was getting fatter. Hansel put the chicken bone through the bars of the cage. The witch, who couldn't see very well, felt the bone. Let me feel your fingers. Too thick. The day after day, witch waited for Hansel to get fatter. However, the witch grew very impatient, but she decided she was not going to wait any longer. No, I cannot wait any more now. I will call my friends for a treat. Of course, you evil. I'm still in it. How should I know?
How? What's wrong with the girl? Haven't got any baking?
Huh? The witch opened the door as wide as she could and peered into the oven. As fast as she could, Gretel gave the witch an enormous push. The witch fell into the oven and Gretel slammed the door shut. Then she ran to release Hansel from the cage. In the corner of the house, they could see something sparkling. It was the witch's treasure. They picked it up and began to walk back through the forest. After many days, they found their way home. Their father was overjoyed to see them, and their stepmother had left. Hansel and Gretel were home at last, and the wicked witch was gone. They gave their father the treasure, and they never went hungry again.
Wow, what an act. Great entertainment. These students deserve a big round of applause. Love and kindness are never wasted. They always make a difference. They bless the one who receives them and they bless the one who gives. The idea that good things happen to good people or that good people are rewarded for their goodness is reflected in our next play. Please put your hands together for class 2B. We have Rana ma'am, the vice principal and the academic coordinator of the senior wing, Parul ma'am with us. Ma'am, welcome. Welcome to our show.
But warned her not to be late. At the board, she lost her glass slipper and hurried away in haste. What a delight to see these tales, full of joy and laughter. Do you know how this ends? Why it is happily ever after. Cinderella. She lived with her stepmother and 8 tempered stepsisters. They were jealous of Cinderella's beauty and made her do all the household chores. The poor girl would always get her face black and sooty from cinders of fire. That is why she was called Cinderella. Lazy girl, go and fetch the water. What a mess you've created. Go and scrub the floor. I am hungry. Where is my breakfast? enjoy with her friends. Flowers would flock around her to make her happy.
All the maidens of the town are invited for the ball at the palace.
I will wear my pink dress. Oh, I want to look beautiful.
I need to hurry home to look for my dress.
On hearing this, the stepsisters, the town people all start discussing about the ball.
Am I also invited for the ball? Of course, the prince has invited all the young ladies of the town. There is going to be a ball at the palace. Every girl is invited. The prettiest girl who comes, the prince will marry her.
The stepsisters demand that Cinderella gets them ready for the ball.
What will I wear for the ball? No, you can't come. You have so much work to do.
Cinderella becomes very sad and she starts helping the stepsisters for the ball.
Eventually, the stepsisters left for the ball, leaving Cinderella behind. She walked back inside the house and started to cry. Why can't I go to the castle too? If my mom was here, I would have gone to the ball too. I miss you, Mom.
godmother appears. Who are you? Don't be afraid. I am your fairy godmother. Why are you crying, my child? Cinderella tells the fairy godmother that she wants to join the dance, and fairy godmother answers, "Now is your chance." The fairy godmother smiled and gave her wand a mighty flick. Fetch me a pumpkin, rat and mice, and cinders, get them in a trice. With the wave of a wand, she transformed the pumpkin from the garden into a coach. The animals changed into attendants and magnificent horses. The godmother smiled and waved her magic wand, turning her ragged kitchen dress into an evening gown, and she was all set to go out of the town. I feel like a princess. Thank you, godmother. But Cinderella, you must remember the ball goes on till 1:30. But don't stay there after 12 o'clock, or else your lovely gown will change back to your life. So don't you forget. Cinderella happily sat in the coach and the horses galloped towards the palace. Well, you know, so we will continue with the show. The scenes will look the same as ever, but please imagine if you're clever that we are at Prince Charming's ball, which will leave you all enthralled. Efficient, every lady in the land was dressed in the finest gown. Cinderella looked so lovely that the noisy crowd went silent and gasped when she entered the ballroom. The moment the prince saw Cinderella, he was positively and truly beaten, not to say it, completely smitten. The next morning, the whole kingdom was wondering who the mysterious girl was. The only clue was a lost slipper. The prince told the grand duke that he would marry no one but the girl who would wear the tiny slipper. Every girl in the kingdom tried hard to put the slipper on but could not fit into it. The grandeur went to Cinderella's house and the stepsisters rushed towards him in excitement. Let me cry first. No, I get the one. Let me try first. However hard the sisters tried, they could not make the slipper fit in, and then Cinderella entered. May I try this slipper? You could not at the ball. Get back to your kitchen where you belong. No, let us also try. The Grand Duke slid the glass onto Cinderella's foot and the finger covertly. Cinderella's dream had come true. The prince will be happy to see you. Kindly come with me to the palace, young lady. Come, fairy, father, time is pressing. Give the happy pair our blessings. A happy life to both, and young devils fly away. Our play must end, the story's done. I hope you like the tale of fun. Our time is short and we must fly, and so from all of us, it's goodbye.
What a mesmerizing performance. A big round of applause for them. Special for our little budding starter. A very big round of applause.
Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy, yes and me. Who would believe that I could be happy and contented? I sleep with the happiness never be invented. But that was in the bad old days before I met you. When I let you walk into my heart. Congratulations and celebrations when I
We rely on the faith that there is never an end, but always a beginning because the show must go on. An end is the beginning of something new, something so worthy, something so inordinate. The beauty lies in relishing whatever we have in present and expecting the best out of future. On this note, let's move further to our final curtain call for classes 2B and 2C. Let's hear it for them one more time, please. Please, I should just be loud and a clap from me. Now, I would like to invite our Honorable Director, Mr. Vinash Kaur, to ma'am please come and say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you all have enjoyed today's theatre fest. Yes, children, you are awesome on this stage. You acted so well. I am so happy. You are so confident on this stage. I am impressed to see your performance. It was too good. A big round of applause for our children, and you also clap. You have a big smile on your face. Because your smile is missing. Parents, as you all know, that the vision of Smart Wonder School is to make your child confident, competent and caring. So we really working hard for these three mottos, and I really want your support also for this thing, because teachers are they're really working hard day and night, but I need that you every day make your child help your child to read books, because this is the only thing which I noticed in few years, that if they will read books every day, I think this is the thing which your children need. Because if they are reading books every day, their knowledge will increase and the vocabulary will increase. So if you are busy, I don't want that you are busy. Every day in the night time, evening time, sit with your children, mama and papa, whosoever is free, take out some time with your children to read books. Because this is the only time when we can make them learn. Otherwise, after that, after 2-3 years, they will be very busy in their studies. So this is the time. So help them to read. This is the only message I want to give you. And children, what ma'am is saying, that you need to read books every day. Yes, promise me that you will read book every day. Whenever you go for shopping, always buy a book. Okay? Always buy a book and make a library in your house. Okay? And one day I will definitely come to your house to see the library. Okay? I will definitely come. Okay? Yes. So say yes, ma'am. Yes. And there are beautiful bitches sitting with are here. And thank you, parents, for coming and encouraging your children. Teachers, I can see your hard work. Everybody, dance teacher, music teacher, all the teachers. A big round of applause for our teachers. Very happy and proud of you all. Thank you, Sarita ma'am. Thank you, Poonam ma'am. Where is Naveen ma'am? Manu ma'am, thank you so much. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for inspiring us and motivating us. Now, I would like to request our principal, Poonamjit ma'am, to say a few words.
Thank you, Dolly. Actually, I am speechless, so it will be a little difficult to say a few words. Isn't it true? Yes. Wasn't that a speechless kind of a performance? Yes. Which left us speechless. But we can clap. So good afternoon, dear parents and aunts, uncles, grandmothers. I can see attractive, young-looking grandparents. So that's where all this beauty is coming from. Because, like we said, it doesn't matter the dress; it's the inner beauty that's coming out. And I could see the Cinderellas, supposedly ugly sisters were so pretty. But that's life, yes. So it doesn't matter. These are all stories. We have to take our values from them. Like ma'am said, both Avinash ma'am and Sarika ma'am and Manveen ma'am, the idea is to read. The more we read, the more we open our minds. Yes, babies, I'm talking for you also. So the more you will read, the more confident you will get. Why? Because you will have a big vocabulary. You will have so many words that you can use. And you know the meaning of. Yes? Then you can communicate with anyone in the world. And that is what it is all about, communication. If you can communicate your feelings, your emotions, you are a winner, you are a success. It is not going to matter. Nobody is going to ask you how many marks you got in your 2nd class or your 6th class or your 10th class. Right? Do any one of you remember the kind of marks you got? No. But you can relate to what was happening there. I could relate to that little child who went there and wanted to be with the sister. I've done that with my brother. My brother hates me still because I took away the limelight from my brother. Just as, you could make out, that little child, we were all focused. So these are little things, these are opportunities. We have to encourage our children to shine no matter where. We have to give them the confidence. It's all about the confidence. And most important, important. I think more than the confidence, the success, the marks, it's the happiness. Unless and until we are really happy with ourselves, we cannot be content. We'll always be searching for something more. And it's always with us, it's within. So all the children, when they are happy and they're content and they're not really fighting to be the best, parents get worried. What's wrong with my child? Why is my child not wanting to do better? No, believe me, the grown-ups have to spend a lot of hours getting counseling to be that content, right? So please let the children's innocence remain. Let's not make them adults. Unfortunately, a lot of parents are making the children grow up too fast. The childhood will not come back, but there will be ample opportunities for the children to do multiple things and succeed. Success is not just coming first or being Cinderella or being first in class or being the monitor. No. Success is actually doing whatever you are supposed to be doing to the best of your ability. That is what is success. That is what needs to be done. So encourage your children to be the best version of themselves. Not to emulate anyone else, not to try to be somebody else. All of them were amazing. As mice, as huntsmen, as guards, as whatever they were. And they did the best because that was the role they were supposed to play. So let's give them another big round of applause. So all the children came and spoke so well on the stage, I'm sure. And a lot of us are worried about speaking on stage. You know that. Public speaking is not easy. But none of them showed that fear because they're all confident, happy children. That is important. But my advice to all the children here, pay attention. Can you look at me? All of you are always going to smile when you're on the stage. A lot of times, even if we are feeling a little scared, the moment we smile, we have endorphins going in our body. They make us feel good. They make us feel strong. So always smile. Nobody knows what's happening inside. Do you know that I might be trembling in my dress? You don't know. I'm speaking. Yes? So that's what we have to teach the children. That when we are on stage, we are actors. We are projecting a lot of times. But we want them to be confident, to be able to speak. And all of them spoke, danced, sang and acted very well. So thank you teachers for all the effort that was put in. Thank you Mandeep ma'am for such a wonderful show and for all the lovely touches. So I'm sure none of you can see, but we've got these beautiful things that are put here which actually talk about the fairy tales. So these are little things that make the whole ambience of the fairy tales. So not to be left out, I'm also wearing my Cinderella shoes. Right? So that's my contribution and that's all it is. I've done nothing. The team is amazing. They've done everything. But when ma'am said, ma'am, we've got Cinderella also. So I said, let me take out my Cinderella shoes. The morning I was taking out the boxes, I said, I have to wear those slippers. So that is what it is. We all just get soaked into the spirit. And today is theatre. The students of class 2 have done an amazing job. We saw 2 stories in the morning and these are the next 2 and I have been transported back to my childhood. Amazing parents, amazing teachers. Thank you so much Sarika ma'am and thank you Mandeep ma'am and the class teachers of class 2 and thank you Avinash ma'am for joining us. It's a pleasure to have you at our events. Thank you Kiran ma'am and all the support of all our class 4 employees also. You can see the beautiful props, they're all in-house. All the decor, it's all in-house. Our art department, Harpreet is actually running it single-handedly. Beautiful, beautiful props which beat any, no costume designer can give us these kind of props. So it's all in-house. The teachers have put in, when I was leaving at about 4 yesterday, the teachers of class 2 and the other teachers of foundation years along with Manveen ma'am and Sarika ma'am were finishing off the backdrop because it has to be just perfect for a little prince, princesses, witches and fairies and butterflies and mice and the horses. Yes, they all deserve a beautiful setting for their talent. Thank you parents for your patience and your trust in us. We will ensure that we live up to it and we will keep doing our best. Next year you will see even a more amazing performance because the children would have graduated to the primary years. Right now they are in the foundation years. This is the last year in the foundation years, and thank you so much for trusting us with your little babies.